Alright guys, Lord of Chaos here, back with another one, and today we're going to be covering Truth A Posteriori in reverse 1999 version 3.7. Now when it comes to this particular game mode, the objective will be to collect this currency, which is the Strata Calibrator, and that's going to allow us to purchase out this store, which is going to give us materials and resources which are going to be useful in leveling up a mineral character. We are also going to get a revamp in the wilderness for our main building, which is the Paleo something. I can't remember the exact name, but yeah, for 2500 of this currency, we will be able to purchase this item, and it's going to revamp that part of our wilderness. Okay, so in this particular game mode, there are 6 different areas we can go to on this main screen, along with our earnings up here in the top right. So let's start down in the bottom right hand corner. As you can see, I am at level 7 on my Scavenger tent. I've leveled it up successfully via all the runs that I've done, and I've now maxed it out. In order to max it out, I had to get experience points on my runs. So after each run, I got experience points, and these experience points unlocked different levels of depths, and with each level of depth, I gained access to new benefits, and here are some of the benefits I have yet to unlock. The golden leaf free is the reward on the highest depth. We'll explain to you a little later as to why that is there. So when it comes to the scavenger tent, it is going to increase your sanity limit. Now the sanity limit is very important in this game mode and for your runs, due to the fact that the higher your sanity limit is, the more rewards you can take outside of your runs in order to increase your earnings on your runs. Now one of the things I really need to drill into your head in this game mode is you want to get in and get out ASAP, okay? Because the longer you stay on a run, the higher the likelihood that you fail, you get absolutely spanked, and then you end up on a failed evacuation. And when you fail an evacuation, you will have, look at this, less than a tenth of the sanity you'll be able to take out. Now at present, you probably don't understand how big of a difference this is, but you'll be able to see once we go on a run how big of a difference this is. When you think about how many items we'll be able to take out on a run, you're going to see how detrimental it is to stay too long on a run. Okay, so your partner's parents are coming home shortly. You need to get in and get out ASAP. That's what this game mode is. Okay guys, hopefully you understand what I'm getting at. Now when it comes to the sanity, I probably should explain to you a little bit about what sanity is. So when you're on a run, you're going to get these cards, and up in the top right hand corner is going to be the sanity on the cards. I'm just going to have a little rant quickly guys. One of the things about this particular area of the game mode I dislike, hopefully they upgrade it in later iterations, is the fact that it doesn't exactly explain what these cards do, which is a little bit annoying because it would have been a lot easier to explain it to you. So we're going to have to go to 2 separate areas in order to explain some of the crucial cards, as opposed to being able to explain it to you in the atlas. Okay, but on your run, you are going to get these cards, and these cards are going to be beneficial to you on your run. Now on the supply and artifact side, you're going to have cards which have sanity in the top right hand corner, and in the top left hand corner is going to be the earnings. We'll go back to the earnings later, but essentially that number that we were looking at, that was 3100 on a successful evacuation, for that number, we'll be able to take as many of these cards that will add up into that number outside of our run. with us, okay? So for example, if we took 100 of these cards with us, that will be 3,000 sanity, and then we would be able to bring 85,000 earnings with us, okay? That's exactly how this game mode works, okay? So as you increase your sanity, you'll be able to bring out more cards, and more cards will give you more earnings, which allow you to funnel into other runs, because when you go into a run, you use your earnings in order to gain benefits on your run. But we'll explain that a little more once we get to that part of the guide, okay guys? Now when it comes to your action and your counteractive is very important, as this is going to give you benefits when it comes to the battles, and the battles are one of the most time consuming things when it comes to this game mode. Well, actually any of these mini game modes, the battles are always the most time consuming thing, whether it's Series of Dusk, whether it's Syndromes of Silence. So this isn't going to be anything new to you guys. When it comes to speed running these particular game modes, you are going to understand that avoiding as many battles as possible is going to be your claim to fame, okay? If you do, like me, have a rather proficient account, you have P5 characters, you have R15s, then you're probably not as scared of going into battle, because you can get the 1 turn 2 turn clears and you could be on your way. However, if you don't have such a strong account, then items like this are definitely going to help you with the protection mechanism for the enemy, that essentially makes it harder for you to take their health down even faster. These items make it even more easier to attack the enemies, as they will give you damage taken boosts, and it will also make the damage dealt that the enemies do go down, okay? That's why these items are very important. So when you have your earnings, make sure you're purchasing these items once you go to the store, but we'll get into that a little bit later, okay guys? Now when it comes to these items, yeah, fortunately I can't really explain them. We don't have the actual info about these cards, but just have a good look at them and understand that each one of these cards are going to have benefits on your run, such as giving you better dice rolls, well, additional dice rolls on your events that come along your runs, and they will also give you abilities that say remove debuffs that you may have, or for example help you out when it comes to, say, gaining more steps along your run, or any other abilities that might be beneficial on your run. All right guys, but we'll get into that a little bit later once we have more detailed information. Now up here in the top left hand corner is the scheme, and this is going to be your area where you're going to get your objectives and your side objectives, and as you complete these objectives, you're going to be given rewards, you're going to be given earnings, and that's going to help boost your progress. So you're going to want to chase these down if you can on a run, in order to just hasten your progress, okay? Next up is going to be the Crystal Pavilion. Now, I've absolutely maxed this out, and you know how I max that out by increasing my experience points on the depth and getting higher. So we are at level 3 on the Crystal Pavilion. Now, this is going to be one of your most important areas. This is what's going to improve your account within this game mode, and it's also going to be beneficial when it comes to your runs and deciding what items, or artifacts as they're called, you want to bring along on your runs to make your job that much easier. Now, all of these cards that are not red or untold, so your rumored, your fables, all of these cards are literally going to give you account side buffs, okay? So down here you've got the effects that are on your account that you've earned by unlocking the cards. So here's all of the effects that I've unlocked by leveling up my cards. So if you come down here, you'll see that it says collection, okay? Now, this item I've maxed out. It's got the 3 stars. Let's look at an item that I haven't leveled up. So you have to pay earnings that you earn on runs in order to level an item up, artifact up, and you'll have to gain an artifact either via your objectives or via a run. Okay, so you'll need 1 duplicate copy of this artifact, and you'll also need the earnings in order to level this up. Now, because this is in a collection artifact, once I level it up, it's going to increase this particular status on my account. So if I leveled this up right now by using 5,000 earning, which would make me absolutely broke, so I'm not going to do that. But if I was to do that, that would increase my successful evacuation sanity limit from plus 30 to plus 40. Okay, guys. So that is why we chase these items down. In the beginning of this game mode, you are not going to want to chase this down. What you're going to want to focus on is the red ones. So this is the untold, okay? And the reason why we focus on the untold is because they have a separate, more beneficial ability, which is called the worship. So the collection is for your account, the worship is for the run. So when you're on a run, you'll have an opportunity right at the start. Once you go in on a run, and I'll show you and I'll alert you when we start our run as to the what you need to do in order to access and make sure that the artifact is enabled. You will be able to go along with this particular ability, okay? Now, the reason why I like this particular ability is after I defeat an enemy, I will get a pre-mission supply action card, and it will also increase the number of enemies on the map. Now, I have a pretty ridiculous account, so I'm not scared of enemies because I can smack them down in 1 to 2 turns. And I'm very familiar with the game mode already. And when I'm doing runs now, I'm testing to increase my knowledge in this particular game mode. However, if you just want to go into the shop, purchase out all the items, and then get out, well, then you don't need to be using my strategy, because my strategy is for accumulating more patience, for accumulating more enemies so that I can accumulate more patience. The reason why I'm saying that is due to the fact that I have a separate item, which is the ruby heart that I go in with, and after defeating an enemy I get patience plus 30. Okay, so one item is increasing the amount of enemies that are on the board, and there's another item I've got that is increasing my patience. Now, I haven't explained to you just yet what patience is. Patience is going to be the number that's at the top of the screen, once top of the HUD, when we enter the main screen for the game mode, and that is going to dictate how many spaces you can move across the map on a run. Okay, so patience is going to be the currency you use to move around the board in between each of the nodes. So those 2 artifacts I've leveled up to max because they work well together, the candle and the ruby heart. One of the other items I'm going to look to level up next is going to be this item, due to the fact that I've been having a little bit of difficulty on some of my more difficult runs due to the fact that I'm accumulating a load of debuffs, and I'm getting absolutely smashed by enemies due to the fact that I'm accumulating so many debuffs that I don't have the medical items to take them off, and it's making my runs just a lot more difficult than they need to be. So this is one of the items I'm going to focus on next. Another item that I think is really interesting is going to be this item for my impromptu team. So this is going to help out with my paper heron, for example. I also have the conduit team, so this is an item I've been looking for so hard, as this is going to help with my twins character, along with the fact that it's also going to increase their chaotic energy, along with increasing my conduit damage plus 60% if I could bring it along with me. But as you can see, I haven't even got 1 copy thus far, and I've already done 10 plus runs. Okay guys, as you level up your crystal pavilion, you'll be able to bring a max of 3 artifacts into battle. Okay, so on level 2 you'll get an additional artifact. On level 3 you'll get your final artifact. Okay, and obviously you unlock those with as you increase your depth. So as you can only bring 3 artifacts into this particular game mode, it's very important that you focus on artifacts that are going to do exactly what you need them to do based on what strategy you're deploying when it comes to this particular game mode. Okay, so let's just have a quick peruse over all of the Untolds, just so you have the knowledge when it comes to these particular artifacts, so you can potentially make a strategy for yourself. There's some good items for particular archetypes, such as there's an item that works really well with Liang Ye. Here's a very good item if you like to play the Corvus or the Dynamo team alongside intellect characters. And then we've also got this item. This is one of the early artifacts you'll get, and this artifact is really nice due to the fact that after you use a medical item, you'll also be able to discover resonance rewards. Okay, although it is limited how many times it will trigger on an expedition. Okay, so some of the items that I focused on in order to increase the effects on my account was obviously I wanted to get cheaper prices at the store. I also focus on this as this increases the amount of sanity limit I have on my account, so that means I'm taking more items out on my run, so that's useful. This item isn't so important. These items are like a lower value. See, items like this I enjoy due to the fact that after each enemy defeated, we are increasing our sanity limit. So these are stacking my sanity limit, and that's why I find that a lot more important than say this item, which just increases my max patience for plus 30, for example. So that's a one-time one and done buff to my max patience, as opposed to something that's going to continue to accumulate on my run. So that's why I focus on those sort of artifacts first, and then later on, if I actually choose to spend that much time in this game mode, as I've already clocked it, but later on I would focus on you know, the one-time buffs. Okay guys, so here are some of the other ones I've leveled up thus far. Okay, so you can see this one isn't as important as the imp tongue we already did, as this is just a one-time buff at the end of a successful evacuation. Okay, and yeah, that's about all I want to say thus far when it comes to the artifacts. There are some nice artifacts that I haven't unlocked, such as this one, for example. After defeating an enemy, obtain 1 additional supply card of rare quality or above. Do you know what? Let me unlock that right now. That's really nice. I should have unlocked that already, to be honest, guys. As every single enemy that you kill, you're going to be getting additional resources. Okay, so just think carefully about what artifacts you're unlocking, as you unlock them, they're going to take away from your earnings, and your earnings are what you use on your runs. So now that we've given you an explanation of all the other areas, we're actually going to go in on a run now. So we are 20 minutes into this guide. If you want to take a quick break, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we are going to head right into it. So the operations room is where everything's going to happen. Now, El Dorado, if you know what that is, that's a mythical city in I believe South America, that the Spanish conquistadors you know, made up as to a city of gold. Okay, so that is going to be where we are going to for this particular game mode. Now, we have just spent earnings. I did it on purpose, to be honest, but we've just gone under the amount necessary in order to go in lightly prepared. Okay, so what you want to do is have about 12,000 earnings, as that's going to give you the best options on the other side as to what you'll be able to do when it comes to purchasing from the store and it comes to bringing along your artifacts. Now, I've played this game mode so much that I've actually unlocked the hard mode as well, and this is where, you know, it really goes down. All right, guys, but we're gonna focus on normal, as even if we wanted to, we can't even play hard mode. We don't even have the funds. Okay, so we're gonna go in with unprepared, which is extremely risky. Now, you'll be able to select an expedition time. So morning is going to be beneficial for star and mineral type artifacts. Afternoon is going to be beneficial for giving you plant and beast type artifacts, and lastly night is going to be beneficial for spirit and intellect type artifacts. So think carefully about the teams that are most powerful on your account and focus on what time of day you're going to choose in order to make the most of your runs. Okay, and then once you've, you know, bought out the store and you want to have a little bit of fun, then you want to get some artifacts you don't already have, then you can play about in the other areas. But seeing as you want to speed run in order to get the store bought out as fast as possible, some of you guys, and to be honest with you, it only takes about 2 runs if you do it right. Actually, you could do it in 1 run if you do it really right, to get the resources necessary to buy out the store. You're going to need 7,200 of the currency in order to buy out the store. Now, I like to use my conduit team, so I focus on this area. Okay, and then it's going to alert you as to what the enemy of latest weaknesses are going to be on this particular run. So we're going to have mainly mineral enemies and intellect enemies. That's very important. However, it's not going to be so important on this particular run due to the fact that I am broke. Okay, so up here is the HUD informations. As I said, here's your patience, and this is going to dictate how you can move around the board. We're going to go into that a little bit later, as I need to get rid of these first in order to really get into explaining that. Okay, the faith effect active is going to be another thing that is leveled up as you find altars along the way. And I'll show you what an order looks like later. Over here is going to be the objectives that you need to complete in order to unlock those objectives that were on the previous home screen, and those will unlock your reward. So this will just be a little reminder for you what you need to do. So we need to get about 40,000 earnings on this run in order to unlock this objective. Okay, now when you come in on a run, you do not want to select this move button. Okay, that is the worst thing you can do, because this particular screen you cannot come back to. Now this screen is important due to the first option is going to give you the options to make a worship. Okay, and the worship is going to activate the artifacts that you've got, that you've unlocked within your crystal pavilion where we was earlier, and that's going to allow you to buff up your runs. Okay, so you'll get those worship abilities unlocked. Of course, we came in without any earnings, so we don't even have the 1,000 earnings necessary to commit a worship. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get any of these effects on our run. That's why it's important to have enough earnings on your run in order to take advantage of your artifacts. Okay, next up is the old goodie shop. Now the old goodie shop is going to give you some bundles you can choose when it comes to what selection of items you want to take on your run. And if we actually had earnings, what I would do is I'd just get the advanced pack, as it gives us quite a decent amount of items that are going to help us along with our run. So we got some patience items here. we've got some counter items here, we've got some dice rolls items here, and then we've got some items that are going to help us when it comes to our battles. And if you don't have as much earnings on your run, you'll be able to choose a different pack that will give you not as valuable items and less of them as well, but they are, you know, incrementally as helpful. Okay, now if you're running low on earnings, you'll be able to select up in the top left hand corner, don't push this one, push the old goodie shop. You'll be able to drill down on exactly what items you want. Okay, so you can see what you've got right here. Obviously we have nothing because we're broke, but right here is going to be the area where you will purchase these Flatus cards. Go for the recommended, as those are going to help with the enemies that are in this particular region. As you saw, we had mineral enemies and we have intellect enemies. Why are these cards so helpful? As I explained to you earlier, if we use one of these cards in a battle, we will increase the damage taken and decrease the damage dealt by enemies that are weak to mineral afflatus. So when we go into a battle and we activate this card, if there are mineral enemies in the battle, they will get debuffed with increased damage taken, and they'll get debuffed with doing less damage towards us. This is very helpful, and this is why it's very important to purchase these items if you can. All right, focus on these first, as any battles that you get into, it will make your life just that much more easier. As you'll see on this run, I have a relatively strong team, and it's still going to take me a few turns when it comes to battles. So when it comes to the resonance catalyst, this is going to help you when it comes to the chests that you'll see on the board. Once we get to a chest, I'll show you, and you'll be able to use these golden leaf cards. Unfortunately, I'm broke, so I won't have any golden leaves, so I won't actually be able to roll for any of those items. But I'll probably just put some footage up so you can see what it's like. But these items are very beneficial, as this item will give us 2 additional dice rolls with 3 sides blue and 3 sides red. So it's going to give us a 50-50 chance of getting a blue or red on this dice, and the same again on this dice. And if we get the golden leaf of 2, we'll be able to get 4 additional chances at getting 50-50 on red and blue. And the reason why on the depth golden leaf 3 is the item you'll get is essentially golden leaf 3 will give you 6 dice, and 3 of the dice will be fully red and 3 of the dice will be fully blue. Okay, I'll show that on the screen right now. And essentially what that does is that gives you a guarantee. You cannot lose when you have that card, when you use that card on a dice roll, and that's why that is the last thing to unlock. Okay, so the pre-mission supplies, these are going to be beneficial to you, as these are going to increase your patience on a run. Okay, it restores patience. Don't use these when you have full patience, as they do not top up past your max patience. You need to make sure your patience goes down before you use these. And then some of them have things you need to be aware of based on what time of day you are using them. Okay, but these are going to increase the amount of steps you can take on a run based on when you use them. Okay, so the medical support, it's going to help you out with removing debuffs that you get along the way, and based on what level of debuff it is, you'll be able to take them off. Okay, that's why these items are important. So if you have the cash, you know, think about getting those as well. Now, on certain nodes within a game mode, you may come across events where you need to get these cards, and that's why the bundles are very handy, as they come with these things. Okay, but yeah, that's why these cards are handy, as they will give you additional rolls as well. And lastly, you've got a mixed bag of travel gears, and these are just going to help you with clumsy and drowsy statuses. These are going to help you with automatic response and impatient statuses. So these are all debuffs. All these reds are debuffs, and that's why these items are handy. And then lastly, you've got an item that will restore 10% of your patience, okay? So that will be your max patience, okay? Unfortunately, we can't purchase anything because we're broke boys, okay? So we're just going to move out, but make sure you have purchased all you need before you hit the move button, as once you hit the move button, you'll not be able to get to that screen again, okay? That is it. So make sure you've made your choices wisely before you hit that move button. Now, we've come out at a exit node. This is the permanent exit node, and this is the only exit node you want to use on the map. There is another exit node on the map which is going to have this exact symbol, but it's going to have an exclamation mark. Once I see it, I will show it to you, and you do not want to use those unless it's an emergency. And the reason why is when you come to this exit node, it's going to allow you to make use of your max sanity, whereas with the other exit node, the quick exit node, it's going to only allow you to bring 10 cards with you. So you're not going to be able to max out your sanity unless you're at the lower side of sanity, okay? So when it comes to this, none of these we can activate thus far. This is just going to be a reminder of the enemy afflatuses, and this is just a reminder of your time of day. So as we select a node, you're going to see that our patience, which is this number here, is going to decrease by how far away the node is. Now, if you look very closely at the map, you'll see that there's these little items, okay? We want to go to as many nodes that are next to these items due to the fact that these items will give us cards which are going to give us earnings along our runs. These are just very cheap ways to get earnings. So let's come here. Let's get some earnings so I can show you. So here's an eerie mask, and these ones are going to be the jar ones, okay? So once we come to this area, you see we've got acquired, and now we've got some cards, okay? So this is the sanity, as I explained before, and here's your earnings. So we've already got 900 earnings on this run. So if we went to that exit node, we could exit spending 90 sanity, as that would be the cost to take out these 900 earnings, okay? So you trade in your sanity to get the earnings, okay? That's how this game mode works. So you want to get the best ratio of sanity to earnings. There are some cards that will give you 100 sanity for 9,999 earnings. Those are like the best cards out there, okay? But usually when you're lucky, you'll probably get 100 sanity cards that give 2,000 earnings. So this is going to be the abundant brain fluid jar. So let's just collect that. We got some more cards, and we'll leave. And now we've also got another thing activated on this node, okay? So this is empty stomach that has been attached from this node. So hunger claws at your gut like a little devil, dragging your eyes to every spot that might hold something to eat. Now, if we had come in here with the correct items, we would have been able to use a pre-mission supply card, and we would have been able to eat the food, which would have gave us this option to select, and this would have gave us an option to get more cards, okay, which would have been more beneficial for our run. Unfortunately, we're going to have to endure it, which is going to give us a negative effect. So your empty stomach clouds your mind. Drowsiness follows. And now, instead of getting that nice gold screen where we got the square cards, square golden cards, now we've got the red screen with the circular cards. Circular cards are bad, square cards are good. So we got drowsiness. That's going to give us a vision range -1. And then next up, we got the third hand. And that's after moving, there's a chance to lose a random action card. Not cool either. So every time, so the longer we stay on this run, the more likely we're going to lose an action card. Not cool again. So these are of rumor level. And this is a fabled level. So when we were at the shop and it was showing you what cards that it could get taken away from you, that's the things you need to bear in mind when it comes to using those particular items, okay? So we had one more thing on this node, which will be the injured companion. Take care of your companion's wound. Need a travel gear card, which we unfortunately don't have, so we can't activate it. So again, we've got to observe and leave. We're going to get negative effects because of that. Actually, I think we just miss out. Yeah, we just miss out. If we actually had that item, we would have been able to select some benefits, okay? As we don't actually have any cards, what would actually happen is, you see how we've got these negative things here? We would actually have an option down here, and we would be able to select it, and then we'd be able to use our medical supplies. But down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we would have an ability that we would be able to select, and then it will give us options which would be used in getting rid of these statuses on our account. So let us continue and we'll get this mask. So we got some higher sanity cards that are giving us a lot more earning, okay? So whereas for, if we had 2 of these cards, that would be 60 sanity, we'll be getting 600 earning. You're seeing you're getting a premium of 150 on the earnings, and you're getting a discount on this sanity. So the yellow cards are giving much better than these purple cards, okay? We've also got another event come up, or back on the impulse, and we're going to get more negatives now because we don't have the necessary items that the event wanted. So check dice -1, not cool. And we got the impatience, didn't we? Yeah, decrease patience recovery from action cards, okay? So if we actually had action cards, it would have decreased the amount of patience we could add. So you remember there was items in the store that gave plus 20 patience, plus 30 patience. Because we have this debuff on us, that number would have went down. But we're on a bare bones run, so we don't actually have any items that we can use. So this is going to be the altar node, and this is going to be that exit node. That's the quick one that I was explaining to you earlier. So let's go to an altar first, so I can show you what that is about. So suckling tree stamp, and this is going to be the altar node. So such incomparable sweetness, it enlightens me, consumes me, I shall tear flesh and blood for it. So faith, raise your faith level to earn bonus rewards. The rainforest's ultimate threat appears when reaching level 5. Defeat it to earn rich rewards. Now once you get all of these unlocked, so you have to go to 5 separate altars across the map, you are going to get the big bad boss, which is the El Dorado, okay? This boss is strong, and you need to kill it 2 times in order to get all the rewards that it has. It has a decent amount of rewards once you kill it, but it is very strong, okay guys? We're talking 20 mil HP, and you have to kill it twice. So you're looking at about 60 mil damage, okay? And on the hardest difficulty, it's even more harder, okay? So be very careful about summoning this boss if your account isn't up to it, okay? So once we pray, we will get a random effect from this altar. So we got some items. So successful evacuation sanity limit plus 200, which is nice, and spawn 1 additional evacuation signal node. So that signal node, let me move. You see we've got a new signal node now. That just came because we activated that altar. Now we've got another evacuation signal node that did not exist. Okay, we just had this evacuation signal node. Now we've unlocked this evacuation signal node, and what's really nice is we've got a couple of chests on the board now as well. So let's go to those so I can show you the important thing on these particular runs. So when you come in on a run, you want to try and get to these chests ASAP. Let's see if we can get to this chest up here quickly. There's an enemy here. I don't want to get into it with it right now. Move. So let's get to this chest. So Echoes of Desire. Now, what we would be able to do, if we actually had some items, is we'd be able to use the golden leaf, which would give us additional dies, and with those additional dies we'd have a chance at getting these items. So you see how much sanity you have to pay in order to get 2200 earnings. Very nice item. But this is an extremely good item if you can get it, because you'll be able to spend 100 sanity when you leave your run, and you'll be able to get 9,999 earnings, which is very good. Obviously it's a very rare one and you're very unlikely to get it, but if you can get it, it is a pretty nice. Okay, so that's why the chests are very important. So if you can go in on a run, chase after these chests quickly and then duck out, very, very good sniper strategy in order to do a speed run. Okay, as the sort of items you can get at these chests, you just can't get that value for node anywhere else on the map. Okay, so with this exit node, Swift Retreat, you can only evacuate with 10 cards, and that doesn't factor in your sanity limit. So no matter how much sanity you have, you can only select 10 cards, and that's why Swift Retreat is not something you want to use if you have a lot of cards. Okay, and do not select this move out button because you can't come back from it. Okay, so if we look at our backpack, we can see that we've got 9 cards, so we could use that right now. It wouldn't be of detriment to us, as we have less than 10 cards. So we could just, you know, dust out. We've got 4,200 earnings, and you know, that would be perfectly fine for us, and it will only cost us 300 and you know, 70 sanity. So make sure that whilst you're on your run, you're checking your backpack and you're seeing what exactly is going on, because once you're hitting this upper limit on your sanity, that's when you really need to be looking for the door. You need to be looking for the exit. All right, guys, as you don't want to be hanging around and potentially ending up on a run where you get your ass beat and you didn't need to. All right, so we got a decent card, and it looks like we're going to get debuffed again. Not nice. So we got Impatience, decreased patience for recovery from action cards, not really detrimental to us because we don't have any. But after battle, consumes an additional counter card, not nice. Every battle we end up in, we're destroying our counter cards. And we can't obviously summon here as we don't have the gold leaf cards. That's why the gold leaf cards are important. Let's check this node out, see if there's anything there. Nothing there. Let's come down here. Here, sir. All right, to be honest with you, we don't even have the scouting card necessary in order to take advantage of this node. So let's just keep it pushing. Do bear in mind to look at your patience. Oh, goodness. See, that's what happens when your vision is down, okay? That's what happens when your vision is down. You just can't see what's going on around you. We walked straight into a battle. Now, what's very important is over here you got your backpack, so you can still check what's going on. If you back out of a battle, it's okay, but once you go into the battle, that will end your run, and you'll get your failed evacuation sanity number. Okay, so that's very bad. So we don't actually have any counter cards, but if we did have counter cards, this would be where we would select them in order to drop their damage dealt and increase their damage taken based on slotting a mineral card in here or slotting in an intelligent card here. So we're just going to take advantage of the conduit team that we've got. Shouldn't be too difficult. So when you have a relatively strong team, you can do 15.8 million very easily, but do bear in mind that my twins are P5, R15, I3, level 60. Okay, guys. So we got some items now. We got some items. Let's see if we can actually activate them. Okay, so now you see in the bottom left-hand corner, you saw that just flash up just then. You saw that the action cards were in the bottom left. So that's where you would find them, okay? So let's continue looting, because I'm not really scared of no ghosts, okay? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Well, it's enemies in this instance, but you get what I mean. Alright, let's keep it pushing. Yeah, that's what the word I was looking for earlier, toughness bar. Yeah, so that white toughness bar, you might find it a little difficult if you don't have the necessary firepower on your teams, okay? All right, so we got another altar here. So now that we've got action cards, as you can see, we've got this item that's going to restore 30 patience. I'm going to use it right now so you can see the impact that the decreases patience recovery is going to do. So if we use this item, this should take our patience to 235. But because we have 2 of those debuffs on, that shouldn't happen. You see, instead of getting to 235, we got to 223. So we lost 12 basically, and so each one of these cards is taking away 6, I presume. Okay, so that's how these debuffs can stack up on your runs and make your runs just that much more of a nightmare. Obviously these are pretty lightweight at the moment, but you can see how these stack up and eventually can become a big time detriment on your run. Okay, so in this particular instance, this will remove automatic response and impatience status cards. If we come over here, so rumor, fabled, rumor. Okay, if we use this, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we lost both of the impatience cards. I guess it because it's at a higher level than the debuffs that we have, it was able to take those out. So this is going to be our second altar, and we're going to get a random effect. We've got an intellect card, which is really nice. And we got a couple of these. So now I can show you how the intellect cards work, okay, at the beginning of a battle. So discover 2 additional jars, obtain 1 counter card of storied quality. All right, so let's keep it pushing. So we've got some jars and masks up here. Eat food, need pre-mission supply card. So now we can use our Flame and Brad, and instead of us getting debuffs because we didn't have a card to use here, now the hunger sub dies for now, your stomach goes quiet. And now we get to escape getting additional debuffs. So let's head to this node. Eerie Mask, let's grab that. Get some cards. Now this is pretty good. Sanity at 30 to 900 earnings. And let's seize the opening, and hopefully we can take advantage of the intellect card we just received. So now we'll be able to use that intellect card we just got, and this is going to further increase the damage taken by the enemies and decrease the damage taken by enemies weak to Afflatus. Now I could add this on the battle, however I don't really need to. I can save this. Okay. Due to the fact that my team's just busted, so we can save it for a more stronger enemy. But that's how you would take advantage of those cards on a battle. And we lost our card. Did you see that? We lost our card. We lost our intellect card. We got another one though, all type stronger counter. But we lost our card because of this debuff that we have. So after a battle, consumes an additional counter card. So every battle we have, we're going to lose whatever card we have as our counters. So we might as well just use them. Let's continue looting. And as we know now, that debuff is going to affect us. So you might as well just use it and make sure that that card doesn't activate after the battle and steal this card of us, which is a little annoying, to be honest, because it'd be nice to stack up these cards for when we actually need this on the run. But that's why it's very important to have the correct packs when you're coming in on a run, in order to make your life that much more easier when it comes to stacking up these debuffs. Obviously we came in low on earnings, so it made it a tad bit more difficult for us on this run, but we've come back from behind on this run, and we've got to show you some features I wouldn't have thought I would have got an opportunity to show you on the run, seeing as we came in on a bare bones run. But we're really building up our earnings now, and we're really showing you how, you know what, you can come in with nothing, and if you work hard, you know, you too can get rich. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, all right, guys? All right, we got irrationality, decreases sanity limit when escaping. Oh, fun times. We love that. Not exactly something I would like. Unfortunately, we can't do the dice roll. So let us continue. I think we're going to start heading closer to the evacuation point. We are in pretty good position. We got 9,900 earnings. to 860 sanity, and we've got so much space on the sanity, to be honest. You know what, let's bust up some guys, man. Let's just bust up some guys. Where you going, bro? Come back here. Oh geez, we got impatience again. After moving, there's a chance to lose a random supply card. See, these debuffs, they stack and they stack and they stack, and you know they just keep stacking until it becomes very dangerous for you to stay on your run. All right, let's grab this jar. I'm just gonna escape now, guys. I don't wanna ruin this run. It's going okay. It's not great, but at least we'll be able to leave with about 10,000 earnings, and then we can show you what a min run would look like if we came in with 5,000 earnings. Okay, so we're just gonna try and nab as many items as we can to increase the amount of earnings we can leave on this run. I'm starting to get a little concerned with the amount of debuffs we've got, as we might be in potential danger with the battles that may come ahead. All right, we got a we can, all right, let's yeah, let's come up here and see what's going on over here. Couple of jars, couple of masks. We don't want to go too far from that exit node. All right, let's do this fight. We can take advantage of this, as otherwise our unfortunate debuff will delete the card anyway after the battle. All right, we got one of these, not bad. So let's go after this. All right, more debuffs. Let's go to here and then let's escape. Oh, that's nice. 30 for 900. All right, so I think we're in a pretty good position now. We've got 14,815 earnings to 1270. If I could get some more patience, that would be good. I don't know if there's an evacuation point over here, and I don't want to risk it, as we are currently at 72 patience. And it's going to take us 30 to go back. I could risk one more. I just love this game mode, guys. I just love this game mode. Oh man, I just love this game mode. When your vision is down, that could just happen to you. And what's worse is it could be a much stronger boss. So, you know, get out, guys. Get out, because you might do what I just did one time and you might end up in a bad situation, okay, guys? You might just push it one more, yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, your great escape turns into failed evacuation, okay? So don't push it too much. I can push it. I got P5 characters, I got R15, I got I3 level 60s. I can push it, but for you, you know, your account might not look like this. Doing something like that might be detrimental. Doing something like that might be detrimental for your health, okay? Don't try this at home, kids. Leave it to the professionals. All right, we got a compass and we got a bandage. You know what? I'm gonna go for the altar. I'm gonna go for the altar, guys. Let's see what we get. Right, this is not bad. When obtaining a resonance reward, obtain 1 random artifact. Spawn enemies near 2 random escape points. Oh crap. All right. Hopefully we can get it. Oh, 40, guys, 40. Keep moving. Oh, I should have done the fight. It doesn't matter. Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. Look at that, guys. 7 patience, really to the wire. Really to the wire. All right. And yeah, that's a semi you know, successful run. We're going to be leaving with, you know, 15-9. We clearly haven't maxed out the sanity. We could have done, but we did start off on a Barebones run, so we have really bolstered what we can do on another run. Okay, so let's move out now that we got to the evacuation signal. One more time, guys, just remember, you know, look how many cards we got now. So we've got 16, 17 cards. So if we had gone to this exit node where you can only, you know, take 10 cards, we wouldn't be able to get the full amount of earnings. And that's why we come to these evacuation nodes, okay? Just keep that in mind. So I'm going to use auto select here because we've got enough sanity to select everything. But usually if you have done a run that has been so awesome that you've been able to go to the chests and roll dice, and as you're about to see on the next run I'm about to do, you'll be able to get more cards, which is going to raise the amount of sanity that you're going to collect on the run. And you might have to pick and choose because the auto select is not as good as manual, as it's just going to select the smallest sanity, but it's not going to weigh up the sanity against the earnings you're going to get on your run. Okay, so we've gained 2470 on the Strata for that run, which would be a third of the roughly a third of the store, because you need 7,200 to buy it out, and we got 15,900 on the earnings. Okay, we also got a level up on our depth. Okay, so our stores are minus 10% more cheaper, so we'll be able to do that. There was one thing I wanted to show you guys. I was banging on about the gold leaf free. Okay, guys, I did explain it to you, but I didn't show it to you. So you get 3 blue dice and 3 red dice. Now on this run, you're going to see the benefit of that. You're going to see the benefit of that. So now we just went from broke to having a pocket full of money. Okay, we got some real earnings now, guys. You know, you saw me when I was down and I was unprepared, but now we're super prepared. Okay, we got the very low risk. Now we can go in and we can do the things we couldn't the last time around. So we got mineral and plant this time around. And remember, make sure you take advantage of this UI as you go into the game mode, because once you hit that move button, there ain't no coming back. So we're going to hit the worship so we can activate these effects. Nice. And now we've got 11,000 to spend at the store. We're going to come and get the advanced pack. So we get our 4 golden leaves. We get 2 of these double dice. And then we also get some sugarcane juice, which is good for our patients. And we also get some other stuff as well. So we'll purchase that. Then we'll come over to here. And then we'll purchase up some of these. We'll purchase up some of the plants. We'll also grab these. So this is another 1,000 right here. And then we're left with 1860. We could probably go for a gold leaf. And then I'll grab some sugarcane juice, as that's going to give us additional chance to walk around the map. I also do like these 2 as well. You know, we got a lot of debuffs on our last run, didn't we? We got a lot of debuffs. So let's bring some med kits with us, all right? Let's bring some med kits with us. And because now that we've got the artifacts, we've got our funnel of candles into Ruby Heart, okay? So that's going to help us when it comes to once we kill enemies. Once we kill enemies, we'll gain additional patience, okay? So these active effects are what's coming from our artifacts. So this is from the skull right here. This is from the red heart, the ruby heart, and this is from the candle. So, but the number of enemies on the map increase. So if you want to understand what your artifacts are doing, come down to the bottom of the effects overview screen, and it's going to show you what they're doing and make sure that they are in effect. Okay, so we've gone to the store, we've activated our artifacts, and now let's move in, and boom, our patience has gone up already. We got an order right here, and we've got the chest straight away. All right, guys, and over here we've got a mask. So let's go to the order first. So now we actually have an item to show you what happens when you actually have something for this option. So whereas we got nothing if we gave up on the sampling, now we can use a toolbox card, which we lost by using it. And now we got a card, okay? And it was a very nice card. So for 100 sanity, we're getting 2,000 earning. So that's the difference between not having the card and having the card. So let's activate an altar. Ooh, we got 2 golden leaves, not bad. Was pretty nice, guys. 2 golden leaves level 3. And remove 2 random swift retreat nodes. All right, we don't care about random. So we've got a chest here, a chest here, a chest here. We're eating good, guys. Oh, a chest here as well. We're eating good, guys. All right, so let's go to this chest first. All right, Echoes of Desire is the chest. And what we can do now is we can go with the golden leaf free. So we've got a guarantee now, guys. We've got an absolute guarantee that we're going to get a critical success, because we're getting 3 blues and we're getting 3 reds. And that is why this is the last item when it comes to death, okay? Because this is a guaranteed critical success. There's a chance we might get the ruby heart, all right, guys? If not, we'll probably get something like this, or just some other item of value, okay? So these are our gold leaf free dice, and these would be our basic dice, which would just be 50-50 on the blue and the red, okay? So it doesn't matter, we're gonna get a guarantee. All right, we got our critical success. Let's see what we got, guys. Let's see what we got. All right. We got a ritual knot. 200 sanity for 9,000. That's not bad. This is a blood type item. I don't think I've actually got this item, but this is very good if you're going to play the Nautica team. If you bring it along with you, your blood type characters will gain additional max HP. This will also work on Rhiannon as well, because she fits all archetypes. So that could come in handy. Definitely if you level it up to max. Nautica's going to love that with her Euphoria. And as you level this item up, your spirit characters are going to get stronger Afflatus damage on your account, alright? So yeah, that wasn't a bad roll. We still have many more chests to get to, and we still have some guarantees. So let's see where we're at already. See, look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. You see the difference when you come in with some earnings? We're already at 17,000. The run we just did, I don't know how long it lasted. Lasted probably half an hour, right? We did 15,900. We're already at 17,000. It's barely been 10 minutes, right? So big difference there, guys. Big difference there. I want to go up there, but I'll be asked. All right, let's come down to this chest. Ooh. Now you see, not really the best card. So we're not gonna put the gold leaf there, but we will put, you know, yeah, we got 5 of these, so let's go with golden leaf too. See if we can't still get a critical success with the lower chance card. Yeah, we still got the critical success. We got the 2 reds we needed, along with many blues. And yeah, it's a good thing we didn't use the guarantee here as not the exactly you know, breaking the bank with that roll. So just be careful of where you're using your golden leaf. This is a good one. So let's go with our golden leaf 3 here, as that's possible to get it here. Let's see how we go. See what we got, guys. Let's see what we got. All right, 100 for 2,000. 100 for 2,000 again. Not exactly the 100 for 9,999, but yeah, it's all right. But we're out of golden leaf freeze now. But we're sitting on you know, 28,000 at a 1460 sanity, so we can double up our sanity, and if we can get similar numbers on the earnings, we could have a pretty decent run, bringing in about 60,000 earnings, which is not bad. And that would probably be about maybe 20-25 minute run, right? So definitely not too bad, not too shabby, not too shabby. So let's step carefully. Nice, we got a critical success. What are we gonna get? What are you gonna give us? Golden honey. Golden honey is going to give us additional patience. We're all right on the patience front, to be honest, guys. You notice how we got no debuffs yet, which is pretty cool. Oh, let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this ruby heart. Oh, we got a critical success. All right, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, 100 for 2,000 is not bad, but not exactly the grand prize. There's an altar over here. Let's see if we can get over to that. Oh, geez. We just got a debuff. After moving, there's a chance to lose a random supply card. Not cool. Vision restricted to 1. Not cool. If only we'd gone that way around. All right, let's get to this altar. $100 for 2,000. That's really nice. When obtaining a resonance reward, obtain 1 random artifact. Spawn enemies near 2 escape points. All right, let's come here. And this is what happens when your vision is low. You can't see what's going on. But it is what it is, guys. Let's use mineral. We're using conduit team. Let's hit the start button. By the way, it doesn't matter if I selected the plant one and I don't have any plant characters. They're still going to get the debuffs, okay? They're still going to get the debuffs on them anyway. So don't worry about using the plant counter card if you're using mineral characters, for example, as it's still going to give them the debuff on their damage taken and their damage dealt. Not that I really need to use a counter card on these guys. They're gonna get smoked by the P5 Twins ultimate. All right, 100 for 2,000, not bad. So what are we sitting on now? So we got a sanity limit of 2240, and we got 40k on the earnings. We need to start thinking about where our nearest exit is. Okay, so there's an exit over here. We got enough patience to get over there. We're at 515, and that's why it's beneficial to have the artifacts we have, because every time we're going into a battle, we're getting patience back, just because of the way we've set it up. So these items, the candle and the ruby heart, they just work so well together that you'll be able to just continuously keep moving around the map, continually keep attacking enemies in order to get whatever you want on the map. You'll be able to hit all 5 of the altars, get the El Dorado if you wanted to, and fight it as well. And it is a pretty fun battle, to be honest, on normal. I've tried it on the most difficult setting, and it's tough, guys. It's tough, guys. You don't wanna go in unprepared, especially if you've got quite a few debuffs on you. You don't want to do that one. All right. So there's El Dorado right there, actually. So we didn't even need to unlock him. He's actually, well, it. We didn't need to unlock it, as it's already there, all right? We are going to, we're going to fight it, guys. We're going to fight it, guys, as we're making a guide. So if we fail, we're going to lose about 40k's worth of earning, which is not cool. But yeah, we're going to fight it. Yeah, did you see how it teleported? That was wild. That was wild. All right, you want to play ball? Let's play ball. Okay. Let's use a med kit. Let's get rid of those debuffs, as they're pissing me off. And yeah, this is El Dorado. So you can summon it by activating 5 altars, and sometimes it will be on the board as well. So defeat all enemies, increase battle rewards, increase rewards further. Okay, so when it comes to this El Dorado, what its gimmick is, as you can see, this one is 14.4. So when you just find it on the board, it is actually of less HP than if you summon it by activating 5 altars. So this would be 20 million if I had summoned it by 5 altars. Okay, so when entering battle, gains 2 stack of black dust. Okay, so this dense fog enhances the abilities of the El Dorado ruins. Okay, now this black dust doesn't go away unless it uses its ult or you kill it, and that means taking down 14.4 million HP in this instance. So we're gonna have to kill it twice in order to achieve our goal. Okay, as it only removes a stack of black dust. after, you know, it uses its ult. So if in black dust, removes 1 stack of black dust and recovers all HP. If not in black dust, deals an additional 100% mental damage. So that's how you get rid of those additional health bars. Okay, so we are going to use the plant counter. We're going to head right in. I probably should have used Pimp Prompt 2 team, to be honest, but yeah, my Plant Prompt 2 team probably would have been better for this battle, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. we're just going with it, guys. We're just going with it. But yeah, I probably should have used Pimp Prompt 2. I'm being a bit cocky. So this is the black dust, and once this black dust goes away, it will actually be clear and you'll be able to see it. The El Dorado ruins. See, we just killed it once. Oh yeah, I've got the wrong bloody tuning on still. Little bit cocky there, guys. Little bit cocky there. Validator. Ooh, so devotion is an ability that this enemy has, and it is so bloody annoying. Okay, guys, it is so bloody annoying, and the reason why this is annoying is you cannot attack, but it does give the other allies attack plus 30%, so it's really going to help my twins. But yeah, now we can't use any of Rhiannon's cards because she's just been hit by the enemy's devotion. So we are going to make use of our twins. As they're the real firepower in this team. And there we go. That was the second health bar. And our guy has should be one more HP bar. And then he smoked. But he's about to pop an ult. He's gonna go for it, guys. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna try. See, this is one of the good things about Pimp Prompt 2 or Simp Prompt 2 when you're playing this enemy. Even if your characters have devotion on them, the impromptu incantation is still going to activate at the end of the turn. So it only activates the devotion usually on one of your characters. So using the impromptu teams on this particular enemy is beneficial due to the fact that even if your Paper Heron gets hit with devotion, the damage is being done by the impromptu incantation anyway. So as you can see, we had to do 75 million worth of damage in order to kill that little boss, and we killed it twice, so we got the increased battle rewards and we got the increased rewards further. Okay, so we're going to get the max rewards, so you're going to get to see the field El Dorado ruins rewards right now. Oh, another ritual knot, guys. Another ritual knot, guys. Not bad, not bad. That's a level 2 right there in one run. Yeah, we're not doing too bad this run. 30 for 2200. That's a very, very good ratio right there, guys. Very good ratio. And yeah, take out the golden leaf. Why do I want to take out a golden leaf? All right, let's go. Critical success. The golden light of resonance spreads along the stone's grooves. Your exhaustion fades entirely. Oh, it gave me all my patience back. To use a golden leaf for it. Don't like that too much. All right, let's just cook this guy. All right, we need to look at our backpack and see where we are on sanity, because it might be about time to head for the exit. All right, and once again, we've got the wrong bloody tune-in. I really should change that over. I'll do it next battle, guys. I'll do it next guy. Oh, man. What a lopper, right? What a lopper. There we go. We don't even really need it, guys. We don't even really need it. 6.5. All right, 100 for 2000, not bad. Let's get this jar. Oh, another El Dorado. Should we smack up another El Dorado, guys? Should we take the risk? I bet if I go here, I'm gonna have to smack him. I just want the chest. Do you know what? Wait, is it chasing after me? I think it might actually be chasing after me, guys. Unclaimed belt. All right, what's going on here? Buckle up. Oh, we don't have the hunter's belt card. We're not going to be able to take... Oh, we can take it by force, though. We can take it by force. Give me that. That's mine, bruv. Give me that. No. That belt ain't yours. Oh, my days. I did it again, didn't I? Got to put the bloody tuning on. We're just not going to put the tuning on, are we? We're just not going to put the tuning on. We're not going to put the tuning on. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Not that it really matters, though. Not that it really matters. 26. Ew. That wasn't that great. I bet the cat comes down, doesn't it? Alright, hanging vines. What's this about? Sugarcane juice. Alright, He's gonna have to come this way because his route is ended, isn't it? All right, let's play footsies. Ooh, we've gone over our sanity limit. We're sitting on 73,000, guys. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. But we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. If I lose this battle, this is what happens when you you don't listen to your own advice, all right? This is what happens when you don't listen to your own advice. All right, everything looks to be in order, and away we go. And we do have the right timekeeper, Moxie, this time around. One thing I should have checked, because I've never actually done this enemy twice in one battle, is has their HP changed? No, it's still the same. Alright. Well, we already know what we need to do. So that's 1 HP bar down. Oops. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, lucky. Precast gives us an additional AP +1. But I would have preferred to use Rhiannon's buff card, but yeah, whatever. Enigma gets to shoot his little gun off. But it is Greta's gun, so I'll let him fire off his Luger. Oh, he got hit with devotion. Let's get another energy card out here, as Rhiannon is now AP free. Oof, that's a nice turn, guys. That's a nice turn. Big damage. Another HP down, and this is the dead. So yeah, that's another one down, guys. So on normal mode, you know, we're absolutely smashing this particular enemy. It's a lot easier to kill it this time around as well. Not as difficult. We had to do 70+ million last time around. Now we're down to 52 million. So let's see what rewards we got this time around. 80 for 2,000 is not bad. 80 for 2,000 is not bad. So now what we can do is, oh, look at him. He's changed. No, he's the same path, isn't he? All right, let's just skedaddle at this point, to be honest, guys. Like, it's getting kind of crazy. So now's a good time to just skedaddle. Use a tool to clear a path. Need scouting. All right, use our telescope. That's going to be a critical success. Cut through the branches and collect some useful sap along the way. Actually, there is one thing I want to do. I do want this chest. I want this chest. Nice critical success. Ooh, 150 for 2,500, 100 for 2,000, and we're getting 2 of them back to back. Not bad, guys, not bad. Oh, we got the white shin bone as well. I've been looking for these. I haven't found this yet. All right, that's pretty nice. Increases sanity limit when escaping. No, no, it's gonna decrease our sanity limit. I hope I've got a medical thing that's gonna take that away. Otherwise, that is gonna be a nuisance. All right, hopefully. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, medkit. Unlock this. I don't want to. Ah, not after all this, guys. Oh, my days. Decrease the sanity limit. 3245. What's it going to decrease it to? Please tell me this medkit is going to get rid of it. No. Labeled. I can't believe we picked this up right at the end. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. See, this is why you shouldn't play about, guys. This is why you shouldn't play about. As when you're supposed to be making your exit, it'll just drop that on you. So now we're going to be able to take a lot less than we had initially anticipated, which is a tad bit jarring. We're not entirely sure how much it's going to take off, but we're going to figure that out now. And yeah, not fun at all. So instead of 3, 2, 4, 5, what is it going to allow us to bring?
No written report needed. They should push our management style everywhere.
Are you kidding me? We just did 99 million damage? That was some pretty strong enemies. Nah. See, you can't go past your max. Yeah. I don't think there's anything we can do. A gold leaf. Could keep going, but there's a chance I might make things worse. Let's see. 5, 6, 1. Ooh, that's nice. That's not bad, but it... Oh, there's an evacuation point down there. Oh, and there's an altar down there. All right. Okay, antibiotics. Oh, nice. We got a critical success. Let's go to the altar. All right. Successful evacuation sanity limit plus 500. Remove 2 random evacuation signal nodes. Oh, goodness. So it took the one that was up here. Alright, that could have been worse. Oh, we don't have any more golden leaves left. Alright, well it's probably time to you see how it waited for us. It's probably time to skedaddle, to be honest, guys. At least we got something that countered what that negative thing is doing for us. Although it cost us quite a bit of time, to be honest. We probably could have just left, took the downside and started another run. But it's always good to get more knowledge on these runs and see how things exactly work. That's the key. All right. Riverbank kids just decided, you know what? Before you hit that exit node, you're gonna have to come and say hello to us. All right, and this is going to be the end of the run. There's not a lot more we can do. Let's see if any of these items... Oh, irrationality lost. Nice. We don't need to do anything. Let's see if there's anything down here. Oh, there's an altar here. And we got a intellect card. Discovered 2 additional jars. Obtained 1 counter card of storied quality. Alright, not bad. Where's the final altar then? Alright, that was a critical success. This is 2 jars. 750 for 50 is not bad. All right, that's not bad. Check dice. Yeah, those are small prices to pay. Where's this final altar though? I'm not too sure. I think it might. Oh, that's the only exit, isn't it? All right. All right, let's use this and let's go. All right, 100 for 2,000. We got that. $50 for 750. Not bad. Where's this final altar though? There it is. Discover 1 additional jar. Okay. All right. So the final boss is now here. Is now on the map somewhere. Here it is. Okay. So now we are going to go and fight the final boss. All right. And the thing about the final boss is, the final boss finds you, okay? Watch this. The final boss finds you. You can't get away from the final boss. Like, whereas before, the El Dorado ruins was you know, it was moving in a straight line backwards and forwards. And you could choose whether to attack it or not. This one, once you unlock the level 5, he's gonna come. Well, it's gonna come and find you. Okay. It will chase you down. Okay. Oh, you summoning me? You summoning me? Okay, let's go.
No written report needed. They should push our management.
Only one card? Okay, that works, that works. Where's the exit again? Oh, okay, down here. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. And yeah. This is going to be the final opportunity to do something before we have to you know. Oh, that's nice. So you can get some counter cards from using these. And yeah, we are at max patience now, and we are gonna go up, and we are gonna fight the final El Dorado. This is going to be the 18 mil one, as I mentioned before. The other ones were pretenders. This is the real deal. This is the 18 mil. And we're not going to play about with this guy. We're going to treat it as it should be treated. We're going to give it the big gun. We're gonna use the correct thing on it. And we are prepared to go for it. All right, so bang. It's 1 HP bar down. Alright, so Rhiannon's been hit by Devotion. We are ready to go, guys. This should be pretty much GG's this turn. And I correct what I said earlier. more than one character can be hit with devotion. So Coppelia has been hit with devotion as well alongside Rhiannon. So yeah, it might be beneficial to use Pimpromptu or Simpromptu on this particular enemy. But as you can see, the Conduit team can do just fine. But if my twins goes down, you know, we may be in a spot of bother. But this time around, it's been relatively good. We've been able to absolutely smash this enemy. And we, you know, did 65 damage. So, yeah, guys, that's going to be a pretty complete run. I don't see how you can do a lot more on a run. We've got absolutely fabulous amount of items here. We even got a decanter. Let's just check our backpack. See, this is the problem. You see, we've got 131k worth of value. This is our earnings, and this is our sanity limit. Now, this is the moment where you need to have the sort of things that are going to increase. So you see it was 3245 earlier. Then we got the plus 500. And then we got some more things that increased our sanity. We need to get some more artifacts that are going to increase our sanity as we are on a run. And that is going to be very beneficial to increasing the amount of value we can carry with us. However, in this particular instance, we can leave now. I think we've just about done everything. Yeah, we could smash some enemies and yada yada yada, but we've got no more gold leaf. These guys are just minions pretty much. So we've already hit 2 of the Eldorados. We've pretty much unlocked everything, and we only have 1 exit spot on the map. This node might have been something worthwhile going to be honest. I don't want to do a battle to get to it, though, I'll be honest. Sometimes it has some nice things, sometimes it doesn't. Normally it has a chest there, but this time around it hasn't had the chest there. So let's just evacuate. Let's just move out. So as you can see, we can auto select and we will be leaving with 88k. Now we know we have 131,000 of value, okay? So what I'm going to do is let's have a look down here. And let's see what we're getting. Are we getting the best bang for our buck? 50 for 750. I'm sure we got some better things than this. Although I do need that item though. So let's see what we're leaving behind. I do like this item in Pre-Storm Protocol. Honestly, guys, $50 for 750, 5750, 5750, 2150, 3300, 5750, 2700. Ooh, 2700 is not bad. 2700 is pretty good actually. That's better than a 5750. Let's see a 5750 that we don't like. Imp's Tongue. Oof. I think I've got enough of the. See, this is the problem. It doesn't tell us how many of these we have in stock already. Like, I can see I haven't leveled this to the max. And I want to level it to the max. Oh, it's only the first time. Okay. Yeah, you can go. Bye-bye. How do I don't want it. Why do I take it off? Like, that's bizarre. Oh, there you go. All right. And what was it? 700 for 20, right? So we've unlocked 30, 40, right? So we got 40 we can stick back in. $40 for 750. $40 for 750. 40 for 300. Yeah, that was much better. But it seems to be pretty optimized, to be honest. It seems to be pretty optimized. All right, so let us continue, guys. Let us continue. 3,930 earnings, 88,950. And that's literally the sort of run that will buy out the store. That is a store buyer. That is quite literally a store buyer. But that's like an hour run. But that's what I'm saying. In one run, you could literally buy out the store. But yeah. I don't know why it's only allowing me to see 4 of the cards. But yeah, that's a pretty good run. So that raised our failed evacuation sanity limit. And yeah, we've got overkill on these items now. So because we got so much earnings, we absolutely bust through that objective. So we got a free card. Collect 18 artifacts. So we've completed all of the expedition briefs. We've completed all of the expedition briefs. And we've now collected 10 artifacts in a single expedition. We've already done that, so claim this. We got another skull, not that we really need it. Collect 12 artifacts in a single expedition. We've already done that. That's a shame that it doesn't carry over. But as you can see, guys, we're pretty loaded on the earnings now. We got 91,000. We're pretty close to getting our gold leaf free at the store, which would be really good. We still haven't got our bronze tuning fork. So it's going to be a different time of day in order to get the bronze tuning fork. That's clear. Because we've done some really good runs. And there's just some things we have not got thus far. Which is a little bit annoying, to be honest. But we've got a pretty good setup now. Let's upgrade this. For each enemy defeated, successful evacuation sanity level additional plus 10. Okay. Red amber isn't that interesting. During morning expeditions, max patience plus 30. You know, 2,000, that's kind of crazy for that. During morning expedition, successful evacuation sanity limit plus 100 for 500. That's not bad. When obtaining a resonance reward, obtain 1 traveler gear. Well, yeah, we can pay 500 for that. That's not bad. That's what we might as well max this one as they're all collection. Spirit characters, I don't use spirit characters. Plant characters, let's just do this for impromptu. Successful evacuation, let's just do this. Beast characters, that would be Rhiannon, really don't really care. Star characters, that's nice for the twins. For every 1,000 earnings consumed during an expedition, successfully evacuation sanity up by. This is definitely worth it. We'll get that. Expedition max patience. Yeah, let's do that. Successful evacuation sanity limit plus 100. This is a nice artifact, but we don't have it yet. But that would be beneficial. Mineral, of course. After defeating an enemy, obtain, of course. Max that. Intellect characters, attack and HP. 7,500. Let's see if there's anything else I want to get. Blood type characters. Yes, I definitely wanted to do this one. This was one of the ones I wanted to do. Lingering Glow, Liang Yu, clearly you can see the Quang Liang. After worshipping any artifact, expedition max patient plus 100. After using a pre-mission supply action card. Obtain one. Yeah, I'm not bringing that along with me anyway. Intellect characters, stronger letter flaces, damage multiply plus 15. Ew. That's Crystal Skull done. When raising faith, obtain 2 additional supply cards or artifacts of fable quality or above. Not bad. After using a medical support or travel. So we're in a pretty good state. We got 20k after doing all of that spending. We've got a relatively a good setup now. Now we need to focus on getting more earnings in order to be able to unlock the rest of our artifacts. To be honest, we are low in the knowledge of what happens on the other times of day, as we haven't focused on midday or afternoon. But pretty much now we are in a very good position, guys. Our crystal pavilion is at the top level. We've got a nice strategy where we're funneling the candles into ruby hearts along with the crystal skull. And as you saw, along with all our effects on our account, we've got some really good stats, which is making things a lot more easier for us. We're getting benefits on our starter mineral characters of plus 30% HP and attack, which is very good. We've got some really nice collection bonuses going on. We just need to get this to 12. And yeah, guys, we will pretty much be finished. Scavenger 10 is already at full. But that's going to be the guide, guys. We pretty much, you know, dissected all the various areas in the game mode. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section, or feel free to come over to the Discord. It'll be down there in the description box of the video. And feel free to speak to me. I'll try and help you out as best I can. All right, guys. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as all your support is greatly appreciated. I'll definitely catch you on the next one, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Lord of Chaos out.
がとうございます。